Welcome back. This is lesson 2 in my mini-series on fingerpicking, and I would encourage you to review lesson 1, which you can find linked in the video's description. You'll also find picking patterns I'm going to be using this lesson, and it would be a good idea to read along as I call them out to you, or you can just do it, by ear, but that might be a little bit harder. All right, so for each of the picking patterns I'm going to go through, we're going to use a standard fingering, which is, for any time I do the A string, you use your thumb going down, and for all the other ones you're using a finger going up, like kind of plucking upward. And so we're using 5 strings today, which are the A string with the thumb, the D string with the pointer, the G is with the middle, the B is with the ring, and then you have a choice with the high E string. You can either reach up with your ring, which is what I do, so I can use my pinky as a peg down here, or you can play the high E with your pinky. So if you were to play all of those, and I'll do the pinky fingering, which I'm not very good at because I don't usually do it. So thumb on the A, and then pointer, middle, ring, pinky. Do that one more time. Thumb, pointer, middle, ring, pinky. And alternatively, we can go thumb, the way I do it, pointer, middle, and then we do a ring on the B, ring on the E. And I was really punching those through so you could hear. We have, go ahead and just do that if you like that. This is the B and the high E. You won't be able to do it this fast yet, probably, because this is a non-dominant finger. But do it at whatever speed is comfortable. See if you're alright doing that. If you're not, try it with your pinky on the high E string. And whichever way you prefer, go ahead and use that to practice the following picking patterns. So, picking pattern number 1, and each time you do one of those strings, always use the same finger on it. Those fingers I called out per string, always use exactly those. Don't ever deviate. All right, so pattern number 1, we're going to start with the D string, and some of these patterns, I'll just warn you, are intended to be difficult, not even to sound good, just to be, somewhat practical, but a little bit difficult so that you're developing hard muscle coordination. So each progression or each pattern, go through it multiple times, maybe pause the video, run it back before you move on to the next. We're going to go over 5 in total, and if you need to, you can even adjust the playback settings and make it a little bit slower, like 0.75x speed to keep up. And again, these picking patterns are written in the video's description. So, all right, pattern number 1, we're going to start with the pointer finger on the D, middle on the G, ring on the B, and I'm going to go ring on the high E, but you can use the pinky on the high E. I'm just going to always do ring, okay? So we'll do that several times, and I'm going to do a chord change from G to C2. You don't have to, but I will. All right, so D, G, B, high E, D, G, B, high E, D, G, B, high E, last one, D, G, B, high E. All right, so if you mastered that and are ready for number 2, number 2 is as follows. It's actually just the reverse. So we're going to go high E with the ring, B, G, D. We're going to do that 4 times, all right? So, with the chord change too, G and C. High E, B, G, D. Now I'm doing the C chord, high E, B, G, D. Again, high E, B, G, D. Last one, high E, B, G, D. All right, if you mastered that, you can try the next one. And here is the next one. This is where it's going to start sounding a little better, I think, if I remember correctly. This is going to be, yeah, this will sound pretty good. We're going to go, sped up, it would be like this. A, B, A, E, A, B, A, E, A, B, A, E, A, B, A, E. I'm doing just high E's whenever I say E for this particular video. So, you may get blisters, by the way, on especially your ring finger. Okay, so we'll slow it down, do it 4 times. All right, we will go A, B, A, high E. A, I'm doing the chord change. B, A, high E. To refresh, I'll call it the fingers. Thumb, ring in my case, well in your case too, A, and I'm doing the ring there. Now thumb, ring, and for me, thumb and then ring. Okay, I'll do it again. A, B, A, high E. One more time, 6 total, why not? A, B, A, high E. All right, if you're good for that one, we can move on to pattern number 4. All right, so this one's got kind of a different motion going on and a big gap. So we're going to go A to high E, and then we're going to do the G and then the B. So this one feels kind of weird because you're skipping your pointer finger. You're not going to use your pointer. So you're going thumb on the A, ring in my case on the high E, and then we're going to go middle on the G and then ring on the B. So it might sound, or it might feel kind of strange to you. That's part of why we're doing it. If you can get comfortable with these, you're going to have a lot of coordination from which to create your own picking patterns. All right, so we're going to do that 4 times, and sped up it would sound like this, by the way. So it actually sounds pretty good. I like that a lot, actually. All right, 4 times. I'll do the chord change. So starting on the G, we have A, high E, G, B. Fingers are thumb, in my case, ring, middle, ring on the B. A, high E, G, B. This is great for your non-dominant fingers. A, high E, G, B. All right, if you survived that, and if you've mastered it and are comfortable and ready for the final one, here is the final one. We're going to go D, G, B, A, E, B, G, B. So sped up, it's going to be like. All right, we're not going to go that fast, don't worry. And we're going to do this several times. You will probably need to slow this one down, and you will probably need to read the pattern in the video description in order to keep up. It'd be kind of hard to do this just by ear. All right, so starting with that D, we're going to go D, G, B, A, high E, B, G, B. Again, I'm changing chords. Sorry, D, G, B, A, high E, B, G, B. Again, starting with the D, D, G, B, A, high E, B, G, B. My head is a metronome. D, G, B, A, E, B, G, B. 2 more. D, G, going a little faster. B, A, E, B, G, B, D. Last one. G, B, A, E, B, G, B. Strum the G to end. All right, thanks so much for watching. Hope that was helpful. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, etc., and I look forward to seeing you next time. God bless.